in the game as of now. But then he also said, and don't quote me, but it's not verbatim, but this is basically what he said. He said, them niggas, referring to Tupac and Biggie.
And Nas.
And Nas. Them niggas, well, when it comes to Tupac and Biggie, right. Say, cause they gone. Right, they dead. Right. That's why they legends. And when I saw that online, I had to write, well, if he died tonight, Kodak still wouldn't be a legend. And I like Kodak, but no one would say, oh, he was legendary. You know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion. What do you think about Kodak saying things like that?
Well, to piggyback off what you said about Biggie and Pop, they were living legends.
Living legends.
Almost like Trick Daddy is today. He's a living legend. Bun B is a living legend.
Right.
Like today. You know, you don't have to die to be a legend because we got too many trainers that living legend. You know what I'm saying? So many legends that living. Jay-Z a living legend today.
Definitely.
Eminem. So it ain't about death that makes you a legend. But what I first say to Kodak or anybody that may misunderstand the brother, I can't touch on Kodak because I haven't seen a sober Kodak. So I don't know what a sober Kodak would say. And I don't know what a sober Kodak would say, or a sober Kodak that's that isn't driven by what the media say. These are words that come out of his mouth, but that's not a sober individual. That's no different than when I grew up and my uncles was on crack, and I watched him run around the house and tell his own mama, "You're not my mama." I couldn't be mad at him because it was the drugs that did it to him.
Gotcha.
You know, I couldn't even take what he was saying serious because I'm sober. Now, if Kodak got sober and went to jail and didn't use any drugs and then came home clean with white eyeballs and he just so fresh in his mind state and he made a statement like that, I would just say the brother just misguided. But right now he's not even sober. And I tell a lot of people, when he went off about he this with Florida and the Florida rap was this and this, and I said, bro, don't be mad, don't call out your crew, don't look for him to shoot him. Bro, he's just another little brother from the projects like everybody else, but he's on bad drugs. He's not even Kodak Black. You know, we already got an issue with artists that's not even who their government name is. So you losing soberness of who you was born to be as the person, not the artist. So you become so drunk in your artist name. So that's another unsober that we talking about. So now I'm not even Byron Trice, I'm Cleanface, and if those two dudes are not identical the way they move, now I'm gonna be drunk and Cleanface. Then you put Cleanface on some dope, now I'm double drunk. So you can't even take me serious when I'm double drunk.
Do you think it is important for rappers these days to have a manager or a management team behind them, period? Like, or
I think it's very important.
They okay on their own?
No, I think it's very important because what managers do if they're gifted to do it, they see things that the artist can't see. If the artist is gifted in his craft, then he's going to be great at doing music. Right. And if you have a DJ that's gifted at being a DJ, he makes your show better. If you have a choreographer that's good at choreographing, they're going to make your show better when you go out to perform. So if you got a manager that's gifted, he know how to connect dots that you can't even see because he's on the outside looking in and knowing you made music for these people. I'm going to make sure that these people know your music exists. We're going to make sure that your merch connects with your music, with your image and your branding. We're going to make sure that you're not hurting yourself so that you can at least try to get some college events. It's so much that we have to protect. And when it comes down to
you sound like a management team. Well, I'm telling you.
When it comes down to us, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's emotional, and it's business. You know, and financial. We care about all those areas if the artists allow us to be in them areas of their life.
Who are some artists you've been able to manage that you don't mind dropping names? I know it's plenty, but like that you've been able to manage over the years.
First one, like I said, is Ball Greasy. Still to this day.
Ball Greasy.
Still to this day.
How did you feel when that song took off and
Nice and slow.
Yeah, nice and slow. That's my bae. All that, really.
But let me give God props, because every now and then I need God to tell me, do I still have an ear and still got an eye for talent? So Greasy being the first artist that I seen in 2003 that I said was going to be a star. It took 15 years for that star to illuminate outside of Florida. So I was thankful that God, because I was like, man, come on, this is like the hardest thing. Come on, God, we missed the show and I'm that it, all that. I'm like, God, come on, we ain't going. What's going on? Yeah, so when he worked, it was a time for me to look back and say, God, thank you. I was like, I'm 100 for 100. Now, I ain't Atlantic record that signed 30 and 2 work. I'm 100 for 100. It's only because of God. So it's Ball Greasy.
That's what's up.
Plies, the first 3 albums. But it started from 2 songs to 2 or 3 mixtapes to 3 albums. And then he continued to grow and I continued to grow. I went on to work.
That was the most important albums.
Hey, man,
that's why I'm in college turning up, boy. That's what had the whole Florida. Oh my God.
Right.
Wow. No, I'm really like in awe about Plies.
That was building the house. That was building the house.
That's what's up.
We was, the first project was called Life of a Dope Boy. And we had to change that because I was in Tallahassee and I met one of my brothers from up there named Kareem. He was banging up the streets like I was banging up the streets in Florida. He brought me that young Jeezy. And we was up there for TJs and Tallahassee FAMU Classic. I dropped his music in. I said, well, Plies and Big Gates, we can't never talk about dope no more. Well, we had done did 36 ounces. I said, boy, Jeezy done wrapped it up. Nobody can talk about dope ever again in this capacity and come behind him.
Right.
We had Yo Gotti, Ross, and Jeezy. Everybody else let them boy own that lane there.
Yeah.
They definitely got it.
Trap.
You know what I'm saying? And after Plies, like I said, was Trina. And my goal working with Trina was she was already a big artist. I wanted to see her more become a celebrity. So I brought in a PR girl that was an intern, and she was working for like $2,000 a month. And she was running circles around people that were getting paid $20,000 a month to be a PR person. I saw the passion in her, and I said, I want to make Trina a celebrity, man. Help me do that. Alicia PR in Atlanta, y'all check out. But she put Trina on a lot of red carpets. She took Trina relationships and said, your friend Lala, she got a show. You need to be on it. Tiny and T.I.,
we started seeing her a lot of places.
Help create a late night TV show format for ladies. You need to be on it. And so many red carpets. And made sure when Trina moved, she moved like the star that she was.
Yes.
And Trina already had her own thing. She was already fly, already sexy, and already a glowing butterfly whenever she come in the room.
Right.
And after that, Bobby Smurda. Yeah, Bobby Smurda actually did mostly all the songs outside of Hot Nigga right here in Carol City.
Really? Wow.
His uncle run around right here by Norland High School too. Big Debo.
He got a slight Miami swag. I knew he'd be down here a little bit.
Debo had them guys.
Debo.
From Murder Grove. The Stick song. Pull Up with the Stick. I think that was Iceberg. But they had another song about a stick that was hot that Iceberg did with them.
Right.
He did with them. He featured with them. But Iceberg took off with the record.
Let's go get him.
Yeah, let's go get him. She minded.
That's my little era.
And they ended up going to Feds. Debo found Bobby, brought Bobby to me, and we raised him up. He was one of those brothers that got caught up. Thank God he coming home in a year or so.
Oh, that's what's up.
Going right back to work. Rico Love invited me to the table, man. And it's been nothing but a
resume.
Blessing. And we got the We Love Music Conference and the Rico Love Music College that we do together. And now Glock 9.
Oh, all right. I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing that name a lot.
Glock 9 is a client. Me and my partner Rocco, Jimmy Levy. Right now, they know him for being the male Adele, and they can get ready to see Jimmy. And I finally got me a female, man, that I'm in love with.
Oh, really?
She from Miami. Her name VVS.
Really?
Yeah, they was called the SB, and we changed it to VVS. You know, because there's so many diamonds out there. I just want them to know she's a special cut.
Oh,
so,
that's what I'm talking about.
I am the real VVS. She hot.
We gotta look into VVS.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you said this is a raptress. This is a rapper.
Yeah. From Miami, 19 out of Opalaka.
Oh, okay. Opalaka hot right now as far as Miami guys. Yeah, we done interviewed a couple of folks from out of Opalaka lately. Now, what kind of artists do you like to manage or you look forward to? Like, because I'm sure some artists are going to watch this and like, oh, I got to get them on my team. Like, what do you look for?
I look for longevity. I don't look for the hustle, you know. There's too many artists trying to hustle they win, you know. Like, I was hustling dope because I thought it was a quick way out. I don't want to be around those who trying to hustle the music, you know. I want to be around those that really love the music. I came in the game 96, but I started in 88 in high school. So it took me all those years, 8 years, before I realized that it was really a gift that God gave me to pursue it as a career. But I really didn't know that I was doing something that had a name management. I was just putting pieces together. But the passion to want to do it is what opened up the doors, not the money, because I always thought that the money was going to do it.
Right.
That actually closed doors for me.
Interesting.
But artists that's passionate, that really care about the craft. I'm going to run some drills on you. I'm going to ask you some things about hip-hop. Like, don't just do this for the paper. And hard-working artists. And I'm also looking for you to surprise me and don't flip. Most of the artists are not loyal. Most artists get tired fast. Most artists not ready to put in the work. Most artists want it easy. Most artists pay too much attention to what other artists doing. If I see that you're the type of artist that don't really care what they doing in their personal life, but you want to learn what he's doing to get his fan base, what he doing so that the crowds turn up like that. I'm more concerned about when an artist tell me, man, you know, I studied J. Cole, man, and I watch how he elevate. I watch how he talk. I watch how he learn the game. When I meet artists I'm like, what? Now that's a true artist because they watching the right things.
The right things.
But I can run and say, boy, you heard about Dog, he in this mess and Dog is in this and he bought this. See, you concerned about the wrong things.
Yeah. So
those are things that turn me off. And one important factor, not just wanting to be the rapper. Ball Greasy is a ghost writer. I won't even say who he write for.
Right.
But
I get you.
And Ball Greasy is signing producers and he's signing other people. He's turned into a CEO. He just gradually turned into a CEO. And I like artists that just can just grow into the craft of music, not just I got to be the rapper or I got to be the singer.
The star, whatever.
Right. I'm a visionary. If I see that if you don't come out today and you come out a year or two from now and you're gonna be great, that's the genre I'm in. They're gonna be great. Soon to come. Artists.
Yeah.
Jimmy is pop. Another young lady I'm working with named Melanie is pop.
Okay.
I also got a pop plaque on Nicki Minaj's album.
Really?
Roman record.
What? Who?
The Roman record.
Roman record.
She got the Pope on the video. I got credits on that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Wow. Man, this man a big deal.
Don Omar. We have a credit on his album. Go look on Eminem album, Marshall Mathers. You're going to see Cleanface Management.
You go that far back, man.
Right. Go look on his album. It's on the credits. That's due to my partner, Dizzy. I linked up with Dizzy Cleanface on Instagram. And me and him was a great team together.
Wow. Now that's huge. That's huge. Okay. You blew my mind.